What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. That over there is Drop the Mic FF. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to dive right into tonight because the NFL is about 97 days away, 98-ish, something like that.
98 or 97.
Yeah, it's like 98, 97 days. So we're just right around the corner. Season is rapidly approaching, so we got to start getting ready for fantasy football drafts, and we got to start getting ready for bets and getting ready for waking up every Sunday morning for 7 hours of commercial-free football. By the way, shout out to Scott Hansen getting the extension.
Oh, he did,
yeah, getting the extension. Super excited about that. It sounds like Red Zone will be maintaining the whole no commercials thing, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited. We got a lot to get into. Shop GLD. Get like me. You see the GLD. Make sure that you guys go ahead and rep your favorite NFL teams. All right. Link is down below in the description. All right. We're going to dive right into it. Yes, I'm Stephon Diggs at boat parties. Let's actually fucking lead off with that. Stephon Diggs, now a New England Patriot, was caught on a yacht with a pink powdery substance and a couple of 304s, handing out the tray of goodies, if you will, on said yacht. He's definitely been exploring Cardi B's box. They've been seen courtside together. Thoughts on Diggs? Diggs didn't pull in a cocaine Mike.
I mean, wasn't he on Minnesota when they got in trouble?
Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and Girls want to do dilly. He was on the Vikings when that happened.
Well, let's be real. It started going downhill a while ago for Diggs, prima donna or whatever, and then the Met Gala, and then he's with her and all this and all that, and then you knew he could be a bonehead. He's not healthy yet. They said the other day that he's going to be ready week 4. Then all this pops up. I forget who it was, but it was I think it was Michael Smith. It was a New England area podcast that I saw clips of all week. And one of the clips I saw was, what can the NFL really do? Because, yes, there was something there, but he didn't do anything with it. It's a great, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the real problem here.
He's a Patriot acting like this.
Why are you hanging out with the baddies when you got Cardi B on your hip? Let's get to the real problem.
She was there.
Yeah, but
she liked the frolic. She liked
Bill Belichick wouldn't have put up with this. Gerard Mayo might have, but Vrabel ain't.
Vrabel is not. Vrabel said very, very candidly to media, they want guys being positive influences in the locker room, and he said that they're going to handle it. They're going to deal with it. When Diggs steps into the building, this is starting to look like, from a fantasy standpoint, this is starting to look like I'm not rostering Stephon Diggs. What up, Lisa? What up, Aiden? It's starting to look like I'm beginning, and then the talent has nothing to do with the actions. This is the NFL. Guys are going to be boneheads all the fucking time, but it's starting to go downhill for Diggs.
Yeah.
It's starting to give the end of an era for Diggs.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, they got another wide receiver in Kyle Williams. Booty's he did decent with Drake last year. We'll see what happens. If he doesn't perform right away, it could be where they just kind of stash him away and just let him be.
I mean, you got guys saying, hell, Least brought it up in the comments. I mean, all of his Minnesota teammates said that they would not let Diggs date their daughters or date their sisters. Like, I mean, this dude has been a problem basically everywhere he's been. It was a one and done stint and a short one at that in Houston.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, as far as Diggs, get your fucking head out your ass. Hope chilling with the baddies. You know, you release some tensions and you're ready to show up to work and ready to go out there and help the team win fucking football games. Because my gosh, you're seeming like a damn distraction right now and not behaving in the Patriot way. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm worried that guy's in my locker room and he's probably going to say some of the most egregious things to my quarterback, my very young quarterback at that. And he's definitely impressionable. Yeah, no, not the Patriot way. Yeah, Aiden, I guess it's like a leaderboard thing. Kind of that I kind of like it. Like I like the new YouTube layout. Mike like I don't think he likes it. He likes it'll take some time. It'll take moving forward, as you guys see on the cover art for tonight, we have a fantasy football ranking. Last week we kind of talked about some of the rookies that were in that kind of mid-tier that we feel like are probably going to be rosterable as the season progresses. But of course, we got to talk about some of the premier, the creme de la creme, the top of the running back charts. So we have Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs, Heimer Schmidt, Kyren Williams. Mike, you want to start us off?
All right. So the reason I put these in this chat or in this topic is obviously the top three are Bijan, Barkley, and Gibbs. They move a little bit depending on PPR, half PPR, but those three are those three. I did this as PPR. These guys are all in the borderline RB1, RB2, bottom RB1, top RB2. There's one name that I'll bring up in a little bit that I was surprised was this low. But Jacobs is 10. This is ECR Fantasy Pros, and then me and Robbie are going to give our ranks. Jacobs is 10. JT is 11. Breece, this is for redraft. Breece Hall is 12. Kyren is 13. And Kamara is 14. Okay, so that's Fantasy Pros ECR. Don't get me wrong. Not saying any of these guys are horrible. Chase Brown is 9. I don't like that one. I'll be honest. I'd have Chase Brown lower.
Pretty high.
I don't like that.
That's pretty high.
I don't like that, but I didn't want to go
in a pass first offense. That's really high.
I didn't want to go too many players. So yes, Breece Hall doesn't, he's going to get vultured a little bit from Justin Fields, but I still can't quit a good running back. I'm going Jonathan Taylor, number 1 out of these 5. I get the Jacob situation. So for me, it's JT, Jacobs, Breece Hall, Kyren Williams is not next. It's Kamara, and then Kyren is last out of this group. I'm not a Kyren guy. It's just, I can't do it. I will say with Breece Hall, if Justin Fields wasn't the quarterback and say it was whoever was rumored to go there, say Jameis had gone there or Sam Darnold went back or whatever, I'd probably bump up Breece Hall a little bit, but I do think there's going to be some vulturing of some touchdowns because of Justin Fields' upside on the running. I do think I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a decent season because Robbie knows that I was infatuated with a certain Florida quarterback for a while. Sorry, Mr. Richardson, you're showing that if they're bringing in Daniel Jones of all people to give you competition, they're going to run the ball more. And I think Jonathan Taylor I think this might be that year that Jonathan Taylor gets run into the ground, and this might be his last elite year because
yes,
I don't see JT, a player like Derrick Henry, that can absorb 300 touches for multiple seasons.
No. Eventually, the body gives. Eventually, those miles catch up. I do agree with you on Jonathan Taylor, just because is Anthony Richardson going to be taking the next step anytime soon? Like realistically, do we really see that? Then also what AR can do with his legs. Makes it kind of an interesting situation there for Indy. I do think that Jonathan Taylor's probably should be the highest one ranked out of these. Josh Jacobs has to be second.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, hands the fuck down. Josh Jacobs, such a Schmidt, like absolutely. I'm willing to have Josh Jacobs probably over Jonathan Taylor heading into this season. Of course, they have them, right there, with each other. Last season, he finished as RB5.
Yeah, he did.
RB5. I am so willing to invest in that again. Absolutely willing to invest in that again. 257.1 fantasy points last year. He had 301 rushing attempts, rushed for 1,329 yards. He still got it. Got some work in the receiving game as well. 43 targets, caught 36 of them for 342 yards and a TD. I'm willing to buy all the way into the Josh Jacobs stock. You know what? Yeah, give me Josh Jacobs over JT. I mean, the better offense as well.
That's
like he can put it on his back.
You've always been higher on Jacobs than I have anyway. Always, even when he was a Raider.
Yeah. Even when he was drafted, I was like, this guy's gonna be gonna be it. It is a little rich on Kyron for me.
Yep.
It is a little rich on Kyron for me.
I got another question for you about Kyron later in the show when we talk about somebody else.
Let's see. Who else do we have on the cover? We got
Brees, Kyron, and Kamara.
Give me Brees there third. Just because, do we really think that the Jets have everything completely figured out? Justin Fields is also a threat with his legs as well. So I mean that maybe takes away some opportunities.
I'd have him higher if they didn't have Fields.
Like exactly. And then there is the whole RB2 situation that they got going on where with Allen, they clearly like Braylon Allen. They clearly want to use Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen clearly is a weapon. Give me Brees at 3. Give me Kyron at 4. Give me Kamara at 5 because that age.
I think this is the year. I think this is Kamara's farewell.
Yep, the final hoorah for Kamara. Which shout out to the Saints, by the way. I mean, with Derek Carr retiring, getting back $30 million in cap. I mean, which was a problem they had just kicking that down the fucking road. That coming back and being able to help them over the next couple of years where they're gonna really suck.
All right, so I got a question for you because I know how you kind of said how you felt a little bit about him because he's in the passing offense. How many of these guys would you personally draft and redraft ahead of Chase Brown?
The first 3 for damn sure.
Yep,
the first
that's exactly where I stand.
Still can't believe the Saints pass on Sanders. Just so dumb. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I think it was.
Yeah, Brees got to get out of there. Brees, but like, where is he gonna go? You know, that's a really tough situation there for New York. I have no idea where Brees would end up. Jacobs, JT, Brees, Kyron, Kamara. Yeah. See, okay, that's that's pretty much how I have it, Aiden. Kamara's just too yeah, he's old. The age I can't buy into this. I can't buy into it. And then on top of that, it's the Saints. Like, there's only so much that he's gonna be able to do by himself. I think Sanders easily wins Rookie of the Year if he goes there. He possibly could have if he landed on the Saints. Reese has RB1 as his QB. Justin Fields can take off. Look at what he did last year for Pittsburgh in his starts. You know, he had the respect of that Bears locker room. You know, we're going to talk about the Bears later on. Brees has it pretty tough. Jacobs is the one for sure, though, that I am investing in out of the whole bunch. Like, hands down. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm always buying Josh Jacobs in redraft. So yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Definitely some interesting names there. Kind of, leading off from Josh Jacobs, and still keeping it in that same division. I guess we might as well just talk about
Just do it. Just go.
Yeah.
We'll just do all three.
Yeah. The Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Lock in their general manager. I cannot say his name. Yeah, they lock in Quasi. Justin Jefferson's paid. They've got a great system. They're going to clearly ride with J.J. McCarthy. Thoughts on what Minnesota is establishing? Thoughts on what the Vikings are building? It's clear that in their minds, the window is still open.
I think the window is just opening. And the reason I say that is I don't think the window was even open last year with Darnold. At the beginning of the year, none of us were saying Darnold's taking this team to the Super Bowl. At this point last year, we all still assumed that McCarthy was going to be starting at some point. Darnold could be the usher of the starts, and then bring McCarthy in. No one would have said they were going to go to the conference championship last year or the Super Bowl. Yes, you need McCarthy to develop, but I think what we also, not mainly people like me and you, and even some of the guys in the chat, but the casuals, more of the people that know their stuff but wouldn't call themselves degenerates, wouldn't travel 2,000 miles from home to the middle of nowhere to hang out at a freaking bar and talk football for 8 hours. Those people think after last year, it's Kevin O'Connell because of what he was able to do with Sam Darnold. Then, we saw what happened at the end of the year, but is that, so can Kevin O'Connell, you saw what he did with Darnold. What can he do with a legit quarterback, even if the quarterback's young? Can he develop them? Whatever. And then you get to the goddamn weapons and offense. I mean, I know it's redundant to bring them up, but I have to bring them up. You got J-Jets. Then you got Addison.
Yep, Addison.
Got Hawk. And then you got
Aaron Jones in the backfield.
And don't forget, I think Aaron Jones, this is real quick fantasy, I think he could be a bust. Not because he's not a good player. I think if they want to try to get somewhere this year, they're going to have to use Jordan Mason, who they got from the Niners, because I think they're going to try to limit Jones's workload a little bit. And instead of being super him, they're going to keep him healthy till December and January.
Yep. Yeah, and and Naylor's still there as a 3.
Defense is decent. Yes, it can get better. They got a couple more pieces on the offensive line. You got Christian Darrisaw. This division, this team is building, but the problem with this team, and we'll get to something in a little bit in like 7 minutes. Going in a division against the Packers. They're in a division against the Lions. They're a division against another team we'll talk about in a little bit. There's your foreshadowing. When you have that division, you have to get over that hump. And I don't think they're quite there. But the problem with this team is depending what happens with O'Connell and McCarthy, and this is why I say the window is open. The window is open. But that door can shut really quick. This might not be a window like 7-Eleven. This might be a window like, hey, we're closing in 30 seconds. You might need – so it can be a long window, or we might have to rebuild in 2 more years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can agree with that. What else, CB? I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Minnesota, your time is right now.
Yep.
You got to strike while the iron is hot. I think that what Sam Darnold was able to do with that team last year, we talked about when we talked about it nauseam about how Washington was ahead of schedule. I think that Minnesota ahead of schedule. Does it suck that JJ didn't get any snaps last year because of the injury? Absolutely. But JJ's a guy a kid that plays between the ears, and we've seen him do it ever since the youth. We've seen him do it since high school. We saw him do it with those Michigan Wolverines. Oh, well, it was a run-first offense. Can't he really swing it? The kid can still make all the throws. We seem to have had faith in all the rest of the quarterbacks from that class. Cut JJ a little bit of slack heading into what is essentially going to be his rookie year. Not eligible for the award. Essentially going to be his rookie year. And trust what he can do. We called it last year that Addison was going to be a freak out the gate. I think that Addison is still, again, a wide receiver 2 that you need to be getting off of your draft boards. Claudio Adolfo Mensa, analytics GM guy. Yeah, locking in the GM, having the head coach locked in, having all the weapons locked in place. That defense was damn good last year. Minnesota can fly around and make some plays. That leads me also to the other side of the equation. The Detroit Lions. How good is JJ going to be able to keep up with that team? I still think that despite not having Ben Johnson there, that is still the team to beat in that division. That is still the cream of the crop in that division.
I agree with you, but I know you just brought up Ben Johnson, and we'll bring that up later too. But they not just lost Ben Johnson, they also lost Aaron Glenn. They lost both coordinators. But the reason I bring that up isn't, and I'll let you go again, the only reason I bring that up is if any team is going to get around that, it's going to be someone like the Chiefs that they've done it over and over and over, and Campbell, because of the culture in the locker room.
Exactly, which is why I still believe that they are the team to beat.
I agree.
Hell, the Eagles constantly had their coaching staff poached and constantly still have found ways to remain competitive. Just won the Super Bowl last year, and that was one of the big questions. How good can they be? Heading into last season with the coaching staff that dismantled. Think you deal with that same narrative surrounding Detroit. But Detroit has all the pieces with St. Brown. Did they need to draft another wide receiver? No. But you know what? You go ahead and you do it. Why? Because that's what these great teams do. They just keep hammering down at positions so that they have depth. Aiden Hutch is going to be back healthy. Like the Detroit is a dirty, nasty, gritty football team, and they can beat you up. Still got the probably best damn running back duo in the whole NFL. Give me either. I'll draft either. I don't care. J-Mo is just a speed demon, freak of nature. Lions still are still top, but Minnesota locking in, all the key pieces for a long time to come. I think they're saying to themselves, you know what, we got a shot here. We have just as much a shot as anybody else in this division. Which leads us to the Bears.
The Bears.
Second year Caleb Williams. Can he make the jump? He was, with media, kind of talking about, hey, this is why we brought everyone in. You bring in Ben Johnson. You're going to get another year of Rome Odunze. DJ is still there. Who didn't seem happy last year to be there, but maybe that had more to do with the fact that it was Shane Waldron. What are your thoughts?
I know I brought this up before, but the more I've thought about it, I still agree with what I said a couple of weeks ago, and that is he can have a good fantasy season and still not do what people want him to do. Because for him to do what people want him to do, he's going to have to win games for Chicago. And I'm not saying that Ben Johnson is going to go out and fail, but it might take a year for Ben Johnson to get what he wants out of this whole system. And, you got Rome, you got DJ, you got Komet, you got Loveland. Me and you have all the one thing I will there. Well, the one thing I'm not going to bring up very much. I'll just bring it up real briefly because me and you have talked about this one topic ad nauseum. Is the fact that Ben Johnson is the one that not kicked. Ben Johnson is the one that put one of the guys that pushed DeAndre Swift out of Detroit. So we don't know if Ben Johnson wants him. Some people love him. Yes, you know how much I like DeAndre Swift. I'm still pissed off that we didn't draft DeAndre Swift when we drafted CEH. I'm still butthurt. But overall, with this whole team, with this whole offense, head coaches have to do more than just coach offense. So could it take a little bit to go, will he build on last year and do better than last year? I have no doubt. Part of the reason is that goddamn offensive line. Okay? They went out. They built it the right way. They got all the pieces for that. So he's not going to have to run around with his chicken like a chicken with his head cut off and run away from every 2 out of 3 dropbacks and worry that he's going to get hit. But he still has to put his head on his shoulders. He's still got to buckle that chin strap, and he's still got to be able to throw the ball accurate, not get in his own head, because I do believe that he's one of those guys that if he has a down game and goes 3 for 10 to start a game, it's going to get in his head. He's not like a closer in baseball that can just have a bad 2 games and turn the switch. So I do think he's going to improve on last year. I just don't think he's going to improve enough to appease the crowd, even if it is good enough to appease the team for the progression. People want perfection out of him, and you're not going to get that.
You're not good. Yeah. He's already behind the ball a bit, from last year. He's voiced multiple times about his issues with his ability to study film.
Yep.
And I think that's I don't think that's something that is just going to be cured like right away. has all the confidence in the world in himself. And that's half of the step. That's half of the battle. Caleb Williams is a cocky ass motherfucker. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And I wonder if that does maybe sometimes get in his way a little bit, and also play into, like you said, if he starts off, having a bad game, doesn't start off so fucking hot, get down from there, then maybe, then maybe it might be a bit of an issue. I don't know what to fully make of this offense and what it can be. I don't know what to make of what the backfield is going to look like. I'm not completely sold. It's a plus 250 that they go under 6.5. And for some reason, I'm kind of willing to still fuck with that. I'm kind of, I could see them winning 6.
You've been that way all offseason. I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Do you think they have them set at 8.5 wins? Do you think that they get over 8.5 wins?
No. I think 8's their cap.
8's the cap? Okay. So then I'm probably closer somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 or 7 then. So, I mean, yeah. I'm still out. There's still 3 bomb-ass teams in that division.
Well, let me ask you this. What's their record in the conference alone?
I could see them getting two wins in the conference.
That's only a quarter. That's only a quarter away. That's not. I mean, you need to be. I mean, that's going to be hard.
Hang on. No, I see maybe more like 1 win, because I think that they get swept both times. I think they get swept by Detroit. For damn sure, I think they get swept by Detroit.
I don't think they get swept by Minnesota.
I think they get swept by Green Bay.
Well, that's fine, but I'm just saying, if you're going to tell me if you were to say only one team is not going to sweep them, I'm going to say it's Minnesota.
Yeah, I think that Minnesota's the one that they can catch, because the other quarterback on the other side is it's just a little less experienced.
Well, no. Okay, I'm going to do this. I know we'll do it again later, okay? I know we're going to do this later with almost every team, but I have to do this because of our discussion. You brought up the division, or I brought it up to you. Their first 2 games are home against Minnesota, away against Detroit.
Their first what?
First 2 games,
first
home against Minnesota. Games? No, first 2 games of the year.
Oh.
Are division matchups.
Home against Minnesota, and then
away against Detroit.
Against Detroit.
Are they 1-1 or are they 2-0? I mean, are they 1-1 or are they 0-2?
They're 0-2.
Okay. Then they play at home against Dallas.
They barely beat Dallas.
Okay. On the road in Sin City.
Ashton Chitty's going to fuck them up 6 different ways on Sunday.
Okay. So that's 1-3, right? Keep that in mind. Then they play that team from Washington.
They're going to lose that.
They're going to beat the Saints.
Okay.
At home.
Yep, they'll beat the Saints.
Then their next 2 games, both on the road. Both on the road. Cincinnati and Baltimore.
Loss.
Home against Taco's team.
They have the 5th hardest schedule in the league, I believe.
Yeah.
They'll
home against Taco. That's
who's starting quarterback by then for the Giants?
Not Dart.
Give me the Giants barely.
Okay. Then they go on the road to Minnesota.
That's the one that they get the dub, because Minnesota will probably be banged up a little by then.
Steelers at home.
They'll beat the Steelers.
Then, here, are you ready? Here's the end of their season. Here's the end of their season. There's only one game in this hunt. I'm going to list them off so we can keep moving. Because I know where you go agree. On the road against the Eagles.
Move.
On the road against the Packers.
Move.
At home against the Browns. Packers again. Niners. And end the year with the Lions. They have 6 games, and the Browns are their only win.
And I don't know if that happens. But
I'm just saying, but you got Packers, Eagles, Niners, Lions, and Packers twice.
And I could see some weird shit where Cleveland is like, we've been losing all year long. Throw Shador out there, and then Shador goes out there and fucking gets Cleveland like their first win of the season or some shit like that. Like I could see this is the NFL. We love Disney movies around this motherfucker. We like to create like narratives like, oh my gosh, ah.
Oh, and mind you, the Bears Eagles game is the Black Friday special.
They're getting smacked. Saquon Barkley's going to run just. We can't keep up with that man in that backfield. They sure as hell fuck can't.
They have a good offensive line. They don't have a great defense yet.
No. Stevenson's still somewhere with his fucking hands up.
He's still hands up. He's like, no. You know what Stevenson looks like? Stevenson looks like Taco when he walks down by the bodega and sees a freaking ham roll in the window.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Speaking of Cleveland, that wraps up our NFC North talk. So
yes,
all in all, we're not saying that Caleb makes this big leap. I don't think that. Yeah, I think Ben Johnson gets very pissed off very quickly with the Caleb Williams experiment. He's like, this guy. I think like halfway through somebody, this guy fucking stinks. We did just bring up Cleveland, and Cleveland is always gonna. I feel like gonna be brought up like routinely now because like right now Cleveland is fucking must see TV.
And it hurts.
Did you see the stat sheet from OT?
No, I did not. I'm sure you have it on record.
I'll say like this: Flacco, veteran, cool, got it. Pickett, good.
I know
Shador was 7 for 9 and threw a TD. He's the only one that threw a fucking touchdown, actually.
Okay, what about Gabriel? Because I know you're going to talk shit about Gabriel no matter what.
I don't have to because he's the only one out of all the quarterbacks that threw a pick. And what was crazy is I was scrolling to here's how this topic came up. I'm scrolling, right? You know, I'm just
scrolling.
You
scrolling doesn't count. You're just scrolling.
Yeah. I'm like in between calls, right, at work, like, you know, like right here at the desk, like just scrolling along. And I see somebody post somebody had posted like a status of something of the nature of, we never get OTA stat sheets. Why did I just see a Browns OTA stat sheet on Twitter? So then I went and I fucking found it. Because I was like, that's not real. Like, you know, I mean, yes, stats are tracked in OTAs, but like this one was like an actual graphic and shit that like someone did. And yeah, I was blown away with. I get that it was a sample size, and I get that it was with the 4 stringers for Shador. But seeing that 7 and 9 and seeing his completion percentage with the reps that he was given in comparison to his counterparts in that room, sure did look like the same guy that was making those amazing tight window throws at Colorado and at Jackson State. Browns might have gotten really lucky. Browns find themselves in the Seattle Seahawks situation where they had Matt Flynn and Russell Wilson. They find themselves in a Washington situation where we had RG3 and Kirk Cousins, and this actually might play out for them. Your thoughts?
I'm going to preface my thoughts by saying this. Robbie will always bang the trash can for Shedeur Sanders more than Mikey will. It's the luck of the draw because I was never, I wasn't as high on him from the jump. Do I think he should have fell to round freaking 5 and been drafted behind freaking Shug or whatever, Shug, Shucka, old man? No, I'm never going to say that. Should Gabriel been drafted ahead of him? Probably not.
Hell no.
But I mean, in my opinion, Gabriel should have been drafted ahead of Shug. Even though I drafted Shug, even though I did draft Shug in a couple. Actually, I just drafted him in a redraft league. I mean, a dynasty.
A dynasty,
But that's too many intricacies in that one to show it. It's Debbie, so he was there. I think they both start this year. I really do. I think they both start. I think Cleveland has 3. I think there's a chance that Cleveland has 4 starters this year. And I don't mean 4 separate guys. I mean, I could see it where, let's just say it's Flacco. I know it's probably going to be Flacco or Pickett. One of them is probably
Flacco's comments when you get done.
Yeah. But let's just say it's Flacco. I could see it where Flacco starts the season, whatever happens, then Gabriel gets a few starts and he starts to sputter. They're like, oh, it's a lost season. Say they're 3-8. Oh, let's bring in Shedeur. And then I could see Flacco coming in for game 18 for some weird ass reason and technically have 4, 3 guys, but I just don't know what to believe in this team. Okay? You got 2 running backs who are both rookies. You got Jerome Ford in. You got Jerry Jeudy, who I have had a love-hate relationship for years with.
Jerry Jeudy suddenly decided to play football last year.
You got Cedric Tillman, who I loved coming out of the draft. You got not Donovan Peoples-Jones. You got who's the other one that's still there?
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, no, he's gone too. He's in Buffalo.
Oh, he's gone, yeah.
Someone else is there. It don't matter. And then you got Njoku and Arroyo and all that. I just don't trust that team. I don't trust that team in this division. I think this team could still have another top 5 draft pick. And don't forget they get Jacksonville's draft pick. Sorry, Aiden. So where I understand why you're excited and why you want to see what happens, I really don't care about the 2025 season of the Cleveland Browns except for who's on my fantasy roster.
You said, dude, Deontay still exists. Oh, shit. Do they have Deontay?
That's who it is. It's Deontay.
I forgot.
He's their 3. That's who it is. I knew it was a vet.
The amount of continuous light that I have had towards Deontay since I have met
but that just proves it, Robbie. That just proves it. Jerry Jeudy finally decides to be a football player. And then your 3rd is freaking Deontay, and you don't even know who your quarterback is. I can't.
They're smart. What I've been seeing all over social media, it's like, oh well, of course, Shedeur had a better practice because he was with the 4th stringers and he was going up against the 4th string defense. The Browns in totality, their starters are 4th stringers on other teams. Half those dudes, if they were on other teams, would not have fucking jobs if it wasn't for there being a 32nd team by the name of the Cleveland Browns. So he still went out there against NFL talent, NFL caliber talent, and still had a better day than everyone else. on to Flacco's comment. In a weird way, I agree with him.
Can you paraphrase him again?
Basically, I'm not here to be a mentor. It's not my job to be mentoring these guys. Da 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 da. I'm sorry, Joe. But it kind of is. You're at that point in your career where actually going out there to spin the rock on Sunday mornings is becoming a little bit more of a far-fetched concept.
But they didn't bring him in to do that. They brought him in to start and then happened to get lucky with both of them.
That is true, yes, but he's not.
No, I agree with what you're saying. But my only point is, I would 100% agree with you, Robbie, if they use that first-round pick on Shedeur. If they use that second-round pick and move back into the first to get Shedeur, I would agree.
I feel like they very much know, and Joe internally knows, that he's not going to spend the full year.
No, I agree with you.
I think he knows that his arm cannot hold that up.
I will flip it back on you. I think the one that is there to mentor them is not Joe Flacco.
Kenny?
It's Kenny Pickett.
Kenny has no business mentoring anyone.
No, but he's younger. He can relate more.
Yeah.
He's not old enough to be their father.
He's basically still. In my opinion, Kenny Pickett is in the same position that the other two are in.
Oh,
and in my opinion, it is very ill of the Browns if they do not if they try and persuade us that Dylan Gabriel can be a fucking can actually be a guy. Like if that is really part of their plan.
All right,
he has not looked great in practice.
Let's take Shedeur out of the equation for a second. Because I know how you feel about Shedeur, and I'm not blaming you for it. You liked him before the draft, so it's not like you just started liking him. So
removing him out of the situation, I did not think that Dylan Gabriel was going to be a starter on any team.
Should Dylan Gabriel be the starter of the Cleveland Browns if it was the three of them and Shedeur was out of the picture?
Hell no.
Should he start partway through the year? Should he still be given that luxury of ushered in later like rookies usually are?
I could justify starting Dylan Gabriel the next season. Like if I were if I were any NFL team and I drafted Dylan Gabriel would be like it would be a developmental project. It'd be, hey, we're gonna start, whoever else I have ahead of, and then next year you'll get the opportunity type of deal. But I don't think that I personally would. Dude can barely fucking throw over 20 yards. Anything over 20 yards starts getting a little wobbly, comes out of his hand weird. It's likely to get picked.
I mean, Herm said he was almost as tall as him. Herms was taller than him. Herm said he was
not into Dylan Gabriel. Robbie's left Joe Burrow for Shedeur. I am dead. Hey, it's all about you see what jersey I wear. You see.
I agree with it. I agree with Leafs.
It's all about Jedi 5. The Force is strong with that man. Did you know that Jane Daniels doesn't curse? I did not know that.
Well, the guy wearing his jersey sure fucking does.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, you acknowledge your 2025 MVP, okay? You respect your soon to be league MVP.
We'll see.
You right. You right. You right. We are going to see. We are going. Don't we play you guys this year?
Yes.
Yeah. You ready to take that loss?
No, it's at home.
You ready to take that loss?
Mm-mm.
Damn, getting spanked on your own field is really gonna suck.
I play you and Taco this year.
Live stream is gonna be great. The live stream is gonna be great. Daniels is going to run all. Stop that.
And there's still a chance that I'm going to be.
Jaden Daniels has had the best rookie season of a quarterback ever. You can maybe argue other positions like had better rookie season. Like Randy Moss's rookie season was incredible. Like hands down, Jaden Daniels had the greatest quarterback rookie season all time.
And yes, Aiden, we play the Jaguars too.
Oh, y'all get that one. Y'all win that one. Everyone's beating Duval. Brock Bowers had the best tight end season maybe ever. Jeremy Shockey just called in. Would like to have a sit down, Aiden. Just saying. Rob Gronkowski's pretty fucking pissed off that you just said that. Man only has like how many Super Bowl rings? Like 4, right?
That's all I've done.
Tony Gonzalez would like to have a conversation.
I'm going to look up something real quick.
Travis Kelce. The Chiefs literally have had Tony Gonzalez and Travis Kelce. Brock Bowers had a great season. Not going to front. But the Brock Bowers, like you and everyone in fantasy football land, like the Brock Bowers love. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just saying. It was a season. It was a season, you know.
Yeah.
Just going to throw it out there. And now they got Ashton Genty. So, like, Brock Bowers isn't probably going to be needed as much. Ashton Genty actually hurts the passing, like, value of those pass catchers. So, I had to switch my profile pic after hearing that Duval. But yeah. We're gonna get into halftime here. Ayo, Mike.
Hold on.
What you looking up?
If you want to go by fantasy points, Darren Waller's had a better season than Brock Bowers.
Touche.
I remember because that graphic. Remember that graphic project I told you?
Oh, I think you froze. He hurt Jacoby Myers' value. How am I going to sleep at night? Hey, call me Trap Hunter at the wedding. No prenup. I'm dead. Hey, congrats on him.
No prenup?
Yeah, they went no prenup. Yeah, I was just as shocked. As the entire internet, bro.
I mean, I didn't have a prenup, but I didn't have anything worth having a prenup.
Yours is a little bit different.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, like
just a bit.
You hear how his OTA's been going. Travis Hunter's been underneath some scrutiny.
Yeah, he has.
Like they're like wondering, like
he'll be fine.
Homie got butterfingers because homie's had some drops.
He'll be fine.
And the body catch should not look great. The body catch did not look great. Oh, I was pissed when I saw the body catch. I was like, oh no, Travis. He's a great route runner. unless like it's the catching ability is a little. You can tell he's a DB for fucking sure.
Well, that catching the ball. Let's be real here. I know it's not. Catching a ball from Trevor Lawrence and whoever else is a little bit different from catching a ball from your buddy.
Yeah, but not trying to get chemistry down with someone completely new versus you've been playing with the same quarterback for what, 4 years? No, 3 years. 3 years straight. Yeah, that I can cut you. I can cut you some slack there. I'll give you that. Let's see here. We got brand new COK that actually just dropped. This joint called this track is dope. This track is dope. I actually like this joint. Give me 1 second. And we're gonna get in to COK. New track, Pusheisty. Let me make sure I shared audio when I did this, because I don't think that I hit that button. Hang on. Whoa, we're so far apart like E.T.'s eyes. Oh no, I did click share audio. Oh. So I did it. All right. Hey, hell yeah.
No pressure. Yeah. Hey, why is you asking me about these hoes? Girl, you know you the one for me. Hey, you my buy, now I'm your client. Hey, babe, come hold it gun for me. Hey, when I put that, hey, babe, you better not run from me. Hey, I feel like shots, I'm hollering. Nigga play get ugly. Hey, why is you asking me about these hoes? Girl, you know you the one for me. Hey, you my buy, now I'm your client. Hey, babe, come hold it gun for me. Hey, when I put that, hey, babe, you better not run from me. Hey, I feel like shots, I'm hollering. Nigga play get ugly. No pressure.
Hey, babe, why they playing with you? She the one, ain't no number two. She name your bag, go take her your boots. She mine, she stuck like glue. I send a nigga up by you. Tryna pull up lounge truck with you. Hey, I can't lie, girl, you know you the truth. Just like my turbo, you give me a boost. Thinking about you on the daily, been driving me crazy. Fuck, I'm gon' do with you, baby. No pressure, nigga, we pull up Mercedes. Hey, babe, what you want? I'm copping the latest. You my Bonnie and babe, I'm your Clyde. Nigga play what you know, I'm gon' slide. Let's take a trip, you know we outside. Bring all your friends, cause I'm with the guys. Girl, why you asking about these hoes? You know you the only one for me. They see us, they say goals. Your presence, I love your company. Somebody call 12. She got a young nigga in custody. When I get it, bitch,
hey, why you asking me about these hoes? Girl, you know you the one for me. Hey, you my buy, now I'm your client. Hey, babe, come hold it gun for me. Hey, when I put that, hey, babe, you better not run from me. Hey, I feel like shots, I'm hollering. Nigga play get ugly. No, hey, why is you asking me about these hoes? Girl, you know you the one for me. Hey, you my buy, now I'm your client. Hey, babe, come hold it gun for me. Hey, when I put that, hey, babe, you better not run from me. Hey, I feel like shots, I'm hollering. Nigga play get ugly. No pressure.
Tend to hurt you when a person make you hurt inside. Why she with me?
No pressure. Hey, come take a trip with me, the babe. Take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me, little babe. No pressure. Hey, take a trip with me, little babe. No liquor, we shopping when we land. ATL to MIA, come put your feet up in the sand. I almost gave up 1,000 times. I had to stick to the plan. Hey, fuck that, we finna figure this out. Why these niggas tryna box me out? Hey, rest in peace, the flipper. Yeah, you know I'm on the paper route. My third eye open for them niggas who tryna snake me out. I know these niggas watching, I'm driving home, I'm taking a different route. I'ma run that set so bad, I'ma make these niggas won't kill me now. Hey, they ain't picture me like this. VS on my neck and wrist. Hey, shout out to T Grizzly, you know we do this shit with no effort, bitch. Hey, you know it's no pressure word. I need me a no pressure, bitch. I beat a nigga ass like Rocky and Riri on my bucket list. Hey, I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag, I'ma go get that money, my nigga.
no company. Still with my day ones, how it started, like it's supposed to be. Trap a nigga, pull up, serving bowls, bumping Jodeci. I pull up that, Reback got that. No, this ain't baby, but 4 pack is fat. Buy this no pressure shit, I'm dying, bitch, I'm sliding by this shit. You want the recipe, get you a brick of shit, get rich. I got a rollie on my wrist, I'm tasting pay, can't taste no dick. Top of the top, I'm up early, I'm working hard, I'm getting rich. A marathon for that paper, I'm bumping sad, I'm bumping nil. I'm pouring double cups of real little bitch, but you know I'm a crip, no pressure.
Ain't no pressure, big business. Kill 'em all, leave no witness. Pockets filled with blue, rest in peace, dog, rest in penis. And lil' bae, she fuck with the kid, she say that she gon' try heal me. Pouring juice in double cups when I get in my feelings, no pressure. Hey, I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm riding around the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm riding around the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, shop GLD, get your GLD just like me. You already know you already know what it is, man. I'm repping the Commanders, Yankees, Dodgers. They just start. Let's fucking go. Fuck the Yankees. Let's go. Oh yeah. This is Shohei's show.
My boss is going sitting 2 rows behind the dugout.
My gosh. He better be loud.
He's getting schmoozed by a bank, but still he's going.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're gonna keep the show going. But before we get back into football, NBA.
No.
Thoughts on what's probably gonna like I mean it is like it's like OKC. I don't think that they beat like Pacers cannot keep up with OKC.
Can the Knicks?
No. I think that this thing is already wrapped up, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
There's only one thing. Well, and I agree with you, but to me, there's only one thing that I think could hold them back.
Shy playing at an MVP level.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. I mean, Shy is not the one. The only thing that can hold them back is youth overall with Holmgren and all those guys, and having because what I'm saying, Shy can score 35, but you could have. Okay, I got ridiculed last week for not bringing up Siakam as a stud. He's a very good player, but you could have him and Hallie both shoot 20. You could have him shoot 20, Hallie shoot 35, and wash out SGA.
What the Hallie is playing out of his freaking mind as well. Like, my gosh, if his foot wouldn't have not been on the line, like the Reggie Miller, like Selly would have just been even 10 times more electric. And he's been like chucking dime passes, bro. Like, I ain't going front. I do want to. This is a matchup that, like, after seeing the playoffs play out and just looking at the talent that we were given, though, I want to see Shy and Tyrese Halliburton go the fuck at it for 4 quarters of basketball for a 7-game series.
Can I bring something up as a ha-ha thing with this series?
What, Pat McAfee, how he just completely roasted New York?
If it is Pacers OKC, with the way his career has gone as of late, boy, doesn't it suck to be Paul George, who's played on both teams and not won anything?
Bro, if you're PG, oh my gosh, yeah, you gotta really be hating life right now. You really gotta be burning it outside because oh wow, yeah. Like and then if you're that 2017 OKC team that was KD, Westbrook, Harden, it's like fuck, like we should be shy of those guys right now. You know, and OKC did everything right. They built everything the right way.
Well, you remember how OKC got SGA, right?
Did they draft him?
No. SGA was a Clipper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was the PG trade.
Yeah. And it ended up, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And then it ended up working out. It all ended up working out for OKC. Like everyone thought that OKC was insane for that. And look at them now, and then look at Shy now. Like I'm gonna be honest, I used to be a Shy hater. I was like, you know, now he has come into his own, and he has taken over the league, and he has stepped up, and he has said, "This is my league, this is my NBA. LeBron's time for you to retire. I'm him now. I'm here now." He's made OKC his city. The people of OKC have completely forgotten about the Durant era. The Durantula. Like, I'm still a Shy hater. Dude spends more time on the ground than Marab. I am dead. Look, say what you want. The man finds a way to score. Even if you, I think I said I heard it was something crazy. Like even if you took away his free throws, he's still better than almost 78% of the league.
Yeah.
Like even if you took away his free throws, so like the dude can ball. I do have some feelings about the whole kick out thing to like create a foul. James Harden infamously made that popular and made that a thing, which is why Harden stat padded for so many fucking years. And now Shy has found it out. Yeah, he does aura farm a lot. Shy does aura farm a lot. Well, I get a lot of Shy edits whenever I'm scrolling. I get a lot of Shy edits whenever I'm scrolling. But hey, that team has it together. Those guys that bought in, and Chet, what a dog. What a dog Chet Holmgren's been. So, I got OKC winning it all.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Anthony Edwards.
I haven't winning it all, even in my work pool before the playoffs started.
I really thought that this was going to be Anthony Edwards' year. I really thought this was going to be the Timberwolves' year. But in typical Timberwolves fashion, the Timberwolves.
There's something missing from that team.
I mean,
when it comes down, there's something missing in that team when it comes down to the playoffs. And I don't think it's mentality. I do think it's personnel. They just need to find the right piece. And I'm wondering if they need. I like the guy. He's a great vet. But I think they need to get younger at point guard instead of Conley. And I honestly don't know. And I know there's people going to ridicule me for saying this. I know they got rid of one of them, but I don't know if Gobert is the right guy at center for
Gobert
this team.
Is not the right.
Because he's too much. He's too one-sided.
Yes. Yes, they need a defender that can also play some fucking offense. Like Gobert's offensive presence, like it was great down the stretch of the regular season, and then playoffs hit, and he just poof disappeared. And has been fucking missing in action practically on the offensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Gobert's a fucking idiot for that. Yeah. No, the team was legit. Couldn't play Rudy and Randall in the series. No, Gobert was fucking useless. But yeah. Hey, that's my takes on the NBA really quick. Shy, go ahead, go out there, do your thing, because you're showing that you're probably about to do this for a long time. I don't think that this is the end of OKC's championship run. I think they're about to probably do this for a couple of years.
Mhm.
With that team, and as young as that team is, this could go on forever. and I'm worried as a Lakers fan, to be honest. Luka, get your fat ass at the gym, bro. Move away. Halliburton's dad's gonna jump Shy. Oh my gosh. Hey, they got him a box suite now. They got him a box suite.
He's
It's a
such a
Thunder's
dweeb.
defense. The Shy's ability to be able to find the foul line, and I mean, guys on that team, they're able to put up shots from all over the floor. Dort is has became an amazing player. Like, you guys got it popping, Karam. You guys got it popping. Welcome to the stream. Keep chatting. Get your name up there on the leaderboard. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I think these two teams, because I think the Pacers match OKC real well. It's gonna be a very fast-paced series because the Pacers they can match like the way that they play basketball is they like to match your style and beat you at your game. Oh, cool. You like to slow it down? All right, well, we can slow it down too. Oh, word, you wanna try and fucking run gassers for fucking 4 quarters? Well, we got guys that can do that. So we don't care. Like, Indiana is so unique. And honestly, the way that they're playing basketball right now, it does remind me of the Reggie Miller era. It does remind me of the Jermaine O'Neal era. Like, I'm sorry, Paul George, but your Pacers weren't built like that back in the day.
No.
Oladipo, your Pacers weren't built like that back in the day.
I
Good
forgot
team.
that name.
Huh?
I forgot that name.
Yeah. Like, good teams, but this team right now is a Reggie Miller type Pacers team, is a Jermaine O'Neal type Pacers team. And that's scary. That's scary. If you guys remember those fucking old school teams, those old school Indiana teams, the ball is just flowing in the passing game in a very orchestra symphony type of way. When guys can just pretty much pick their poison and shoot from wherever the fuck they want. When you have a guy like Halliburton that can pass and shoot at the clip that he does, it's going to be interesting. But the NBA, I know that the NBA had low ratings this season, and I know that everyone's worried about life in the National Basketball Association after LeBron James. But I think that you might be, I don't want to necessarily say better off, but I think that you're in great fucking hands.
Yeah, better off.
Seeing this more fast-paced type of game, I'm actually enjoying. Like I enjoy it. Anthony Edwards now getting some shine. Like, I like seeing Anthony Edwards slam dunk at it. As long as LeBron was in the league, none of these guys that we're watching now were ever going to get the publicity and the marketing exposure that they deserve. So I'm here for it. NBA is still a shit product. It is, but look, it's all the fuck that we really got right now. Aside from watching just Scotty Scheffler do amazing things.
Hey, we got hockey.
Yeah, yep, and we got Puck, Oilers. Thoughts?
Okay, Lise, I need to know Lisa's opinion on this, actually. I was thinking it was going to be Edmonton until I saw a clip of something today that I didn't realize happened yesterday. Connor McDavid touched the trophy.
Oh, shit.
You don't do that in hockey.
Yeah, you do not do that in hockey. You do not do that in hockey. Like,
Did he jinx it? Leafs, did he jinx it?
Okay, that's a fucking major jinx in hockey. That's a major jinx in hockey, Brad. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking let me get the odds up. Why this page won't come back up? I have no clue. There we go. Boom. I was on the NFL features odds because we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I can go back to that page. Let's take a look at the NHL. Good betting come June 4th. We got the Florida Panthers. We got Edmonton. The line is set at 1.5. Over under set at 6.5. Panthers plus 105 on the money line. Florida got one of the Cashapp boys.
Huh?
Panthers. They got one of the Cashapp brothers.
Yeah, yeah. They got Matt. They got the group.
Yeah. So I mean, and Mans will get out there and brawl. Mans will get out there and put bodies against the glass. Leafs would have beat the Panthers if would have beat the Panthers if our goalie didn't get hurt. Oh, they got both. They traded for the other. That's right. That is right. They had Matthew and Brady.
No. Brady's on Ottawa.
Aiden, you're correct. Yeah, I could have sworn. Yeah, the other place for Ottawa. Okay. That's why I could have sworn like the other one was in Canada. One played here, the other played in Canada. Yeah, because I remember seeing them on Pat McAfee. Yeah, at least we beat the other brother. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anyways, that plus 105 is so fucking tempting. And this is what hockey is made of. America, Canada, Canada, going at it on the ice. You said my dad lied to me. My bad. Yeah, bad dad. Great dad. Bad information. I'm gonna go Florida. I'm gonna go Florida here in game one. I'm gonna go Florida in game one. Like Oilers, every time we bet hockey and we do pick Edmonton does cash for us. I'm gonna go America here. Mike, your pick.
For the series or game one?
For the series, I have Edmonton starching us.
Florida back to back.
Florida back to back, and then they fall apart.
No, I think Florida. There's something telling me. I don't know. I want McDavid to win a cup, but there's something telling me that Bobrovsky and Kachuk and those guys and freaking are going to pull it off. And then they got I know Leafs probably hates him, and I don't like him either. But there's something telling me because he's just a pesky little rat that Marchand's going to score a goal that is going to be big for Florida.
Okay.
But I can't stand him.
Like Evan Bouchard bombs Evander Kane. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Oilers got a squad and Oilers cash.
Yeah, Oilers had a squad last year, and who'd they lose to in the finals? Florida.
We'll see. But touching the trophy does come back to bite you in the fucking ass.
I do hope McDavid wins a cup. I don't know. We'll see.
I think Edmonton makes it a scrappy series. Robbie, look what I sent you on X really quick. Oh, if y'all haven't seen the video of Sean Strickland absolutely pummeling the fuck out of Mike Perry, go check it out. Go check it out. Like, Mike Perry was just like throwing like wild like overhands. And Sean Strickland, like, once it got to the end, just like started fucking him up. Like, it was bad. Like you literally hear the trainer, like they were just sparring, but you literally hear the trainer go 30 seconds, and then Sean Strickland just turns the dial all the way up against Mike Perry and puts him up against the wall and just starts teeing off on that man. Let Mike Perry go for like 2 minutes and 30 seconds of just swinging at him, throwing like uncontrolled shots, and then Sean, final 30 seconds, put that man up against the wall and just fucked him up. What the? What the? Yo, the faces. Did you see that Jag tweet?
The what?
It's like you tend to not remember a lot of calls. Like you just don't care about football, or wild. Let's get into some more football talk. Jonnu Smith is a name being thrown around a lot recently, and even being to the point being linked to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No surprise.
Jonnu Smith seems to possibly be on his way out of Miami. There's actually two tight ends in the South that we're going to end up talking about that are on the trade block. But first, Jonnu Smith, we're going to take it to Miami. Mike, Aiden just sent it to you as well. The clip. The faces are fucking hilarious in that video. Oh my gosh, the faces are hilarious. But looks like Miami is blowing up. Tyreek Hill quoting about punting his coach. Jalen Waddle wasn't great last year. Jalen Ramsey is out here sending cryptic tweets to Washington that he wants to join JD5, all hell Jedi 5, fight the resistance. Yeah, Jonnu basically just wants a bag. Thoughts on what's happening down there in Miami? This is not looking good.
Okay. If you were going to tell me yesterday or 2 days ago before all this happened, hey, Jonnu Smith is on the trading block, what is the one team that you think he's being traded to? This is the one team I would have brought up. So it doesn't really surprise me that he is being brought up to go to Pittsburgh, because Arthur Smith the Wonder was his OC in Tennessee, traded for him to go to Atlanta, and yes, I'm going to bring up another tight end, to piss off all Pitts owners.
No, go to the Battlehawks.
Then he goes to Pitt, and now after 1 year of Pitt, supposedly is trying to get Jonnu to go to Pitt. I think I wouldn't do it because you have Pat Fry, and Pat Fry is not bad. However, and you still have Darnell Washington. This, to me, sounds more of a problem for the Miami porpoises. Because here's the thing, and the reason I'm joking around and calling them porpoises.
Miami's having too much chatter come out.
Yeah,
of there.
well, and me and you talked about this briefly before the show. You have the Jalen Ramsey talk about a month ago. Then you have the Tyreek Hill chat. You have this and that. There's always going to be chatter around Tua. That's just the way it's going to be. There's rumors that, is Waddle falling, this and that. They go out and draft another running back. People are like, do they not believe in a chain? Here's the thing. Put that all aside. If they do not win enough games to get into the playoffs, I truly believe that Michael McDaniels is fired. Here's the problem with that. Here's the issue with that.
It's who do you get better?
No. Not even that. If you go across the NFL, okay, and I understand players are meant for coaches and this, whatever, but like you bring in your guy, this and that. If you look at that roster compared to every other roster in the NFL, that might be the most hand-picked, architected offense to fit McDaniels in a nutshell. The problem is what usually happens if you fire a head coach. You usually bring someone in that is the exact opposite or different, whatever. That team is built for speed. If you fail and McDaniels gets fired, this sets that team back not 3 years, 5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 5. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying, usually it's a 2-3 year setback when you fire a coach. It's a 5 because you're going to have to completely rebuild that team, and you're not going to be able to do that in 1 year.
And I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go for an older head coach if you're gonna try and make up for what's gonna happen during those 5 years. You're gonna try and make up for losing McDaniels. You're gonna
bring in a defensive minded head coach.
Yeah, they're gonna bring in a defensive minded head coach because that's really what's been hurting Miami a lot is the defense side of things. John New ended at tight end 7 last year.
Yeah.
Tight end 11 heading into this year. Whenever we look at early rankings, I had John New Smith on a championship winning team last year.
Oh, yeah.
111 targets, 88 receptions, 884 yards. I'll gladly take John New Smith on my team. Do I want him going to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Absolutely the fuck not. For a real football standpoint, it helps if Mason Rudolph is going to end up being the guy. If something else that we're going to talk about doesn't happen, big fuck. Like, yeah, you do need to bring in John because you need that extra tight end. You need to now start going jumbo sets and try and play a little bit bigger, bully football across the middle, in order for Rudolph to be a success or to have some type of success, at least accomplish the mediocrity of which is Mike Tomlin. With that being said and stated, Miami, this is stupid. This is dumb. Jalen Wall already wasn't great last year. Tyreek Hill is getting older and is now coverable. You can cover Tyreek now. Corners are also getting faster. So you have corners that can now keep up with Tyreek. So you kind of do need that extra pair of hands on deck. You kind of do need a fucking tight end. Because you also do need to be able to slow down defenses. You need to be able to send a big body across the middle to fucking take on linebackers. And not having that, especially the McDaniel system, is very fucking bad. It's very poor. So, all in all, I don't like it. I don't like it for John New. I don't like it for the Steelers. I don't like it for the Dolphins. It's whack all around. Speaking of tight ends, Kyle Pitts is also being listed on the market. Thoughts?
I think he's on the market because he's still gonna. And I heard them not. I didn't hear the rumor about him. I've heard the rumor, but I didn't hear the rumor where I'm going to bring up. But they were talking on the Fantasy Footballers podcast the other day about Pitts, and they were just bringing up the fact that he is one of those guys that's upcoming. He's it's going to be his whatever. He's almost about to get a second contract, and in the market these days, he's still going to get a second contract. Does Atlanta want to give him the second contract? Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the thing. I think he's one of those players that needs to just have a fresh start. He needs to go somewhere else. Might be able to pull it around. Who, where, I don't know. Is it going to be a division opponent? No. But I have no idea where he would end up. It's got to be someone that could pay him or someone that is going to compete right away if they were to trade for him now. Because if it's a team that's not going to trade for him, there's no reason to trade for him this year and only get 1 year out of him if you're not planning on trying to win. So it's either going to be someone that's willing to trade and re-sign him to an extension, or it's going to be an upper echelon team. And when you look at that, what upper echelon teams would be willing to trade for him and could use them? Because most of those upper echelon teams already have a tight end. I mean, yeah, there's some that could use one, but it's just who's willing to do that move, you know?
Kyle Pitts is interesting because he hasn't exactly played out.
No.
The way that he was projected to.
He had the 1 year.
Yeah. It still was like mid. Like,
No, he had,
really, like, are we really gonna be like, oh yeah, like that's like the Kyle Pitts year right there? Like, I mean, come on. Heading into this year, he's desired as tight end 17. I'd almost rather take a shot on like a Tyler Warren, you know, a rookie, some fresh blood.
His rookie season, he had over 1,000 yards receiving. The problem was he didn't have the TDs, but he had over 1,000 yards receiving.
Yeah, he had the yards. Don't be wrong. Like if I'm a team like your Chiefs, I would be interested in probably having Kyle Pitts as another pair to Travis Kelce. You know, if I'm even my Commanders, I'm like, hey, you know, we should probably think about getting younger at this position at some
point. I think your team's a perfect scenario.
Yeah, you know, like I wouldn't mind that. People are gonna hate this take. Dallas wouldn't be a fucking.
I was about to ask you that.
You know, like would it be a bad fit whatsoever? I think Kyle Pitts can definitely still ball. I think he can definitely still play. In the last year, tight end 18, or no, ended last season tight end 12. I'm sorry. I don't know if I fully buy in. If I'm a team, like I said, it's got to be a contender. It's got to be a contender if I'm going to do it. It has to be, you know, I can expend a fourth, a fifth to go ahead and bring over a Kyle Pitts. But overall, not entertaining. Maybe the Jets.
Yeah.
But they have Mason Taylor.
No, but I don't think the Jets are. I think it's either got, but it's got to be a team that's either going to extend them or a team that's in the hunt. To be a lower team, will the Jets extend them? That's the question.
True.
You guys, us, teams like that, we're in the hunt, so they could trade them for 1 year.
Could Cincinnati say, hey, we got to move on from Gesicki?
Oh, God, yeah.
So maybe Cincy?
That's tempting.
I could see Cincy being like, we'll give you a fifth. And I can see Atlanta being like, we'll take that. I can see Cincy being like, we'll give you a fourth. We'll give you next year's fourth. That's logical to me. That's Kyle Pitts' value at this point to me.
Yeah.
The Steelers going after him when they have Pat Fryermuth would just be fucking fucked up.
That's why I think it's a total Arthur Smith dump show.
Absolutely. So I have to give you some props. a story surrounding a certain quarterback is starting to pick up steam, and that is Kirk Cousins. Yeah, and they have Darnell Washington.
Keep going. I'm taking this.
Kirk Cousins is now being crowned the second choice, the backup plan for the Steelers, because it's starting to seem like Aaron Rodgers just definitely isn't, and we're 97 days away from kickoff. They need to get somebody in there ASAP that can actually fucking play quarterback. Kirk Cousins to the Steelers is picking up some steam. Congratulations, Mike. I'll give you the early victory because I think that this actually now does happen. Hearing it from some of the circles. Does Kirk Cousins go into the Steelers help them? Is it a better situation than what it could have been with Aaron Rodgers or heading into the season with fucking Mason Rudolph?
I don't know if it's better than Aaron Rodgers. It's better than Mason frickin' Rudolph. And here's the reason. But here's the main reason that I've been saying this since March, that he is going to be the next quarterback, and that's because I didn't believe that Rodgers was probably going to show up. And here's the thing. Yes, he can be a moron. And no, I'm not meaning Kirk Cousins, and I'm not actually meaning
Josh Allen, though. I'm dead.
And I'm not even meaning Aaron Rodgers. Yes, DK Metcalf can be an absolute idiot. But DK Metcalf is not dumb enough. He is not stupid enough. He has not had enough ayahuasca to sign a 5-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers without some knowledge or an inclination that a quarterback is coming. I mean, it could have been, hey, we're going for Rodgers, and our backup plan is boom. Or if we don't get Rodgers, we're going to trade for Jameis. Like, who knows what it, but he did not sign there without some kind of plan in place. Problem is, obviously, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers aren't going to tell us their plan because they don't want to show their hand, because if they say Kirk Cousins is their backup plan, Atlanta's going to jack that price up.
If Gruden gets turned on with your cadences, good sign. He doesn't like clapping.
So, I mean, purple. So, yes, I did think that he's going to be there. Do I think it's going to be an upgrade to Rodgers? Possibly. Do I think this is a good move in the sense of, like you brought up last week, Robbie? You got Warren and you got Caleb Johnson. If you are going to go to a run-first offense like Pittsburgh used to be, Kirk Cousins is the perfect quarterback.
Yes.
He can do things when you need him to do it. You just can't expect him to go out and win you every game on his own. And, yes, you still got Robert Woods as your WR2.
God. It's interesting because just 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I was on record saying that this team was not going to, that this was going to be Mike Tomlin's worst year. The mediocrity was finally going to fall.
It's still good.
I was on record saying that this was going to be about a 6-win team. With Kirk Cousins, I even thought that would have been the case even if fucking Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback. With Kirk Cousins, I do see a viable 8-win season. It now, because Kirk Cousins can't ball. Kirk Cousins can win you ball games. So it's not it's not this far fetched. Yes, would I maybe consider in 2 QB drafting Kirk Cousins if you were to go to the it would be a consideration. Because that's his fit. That's his ball. He can ball. He's a great bridge situation. if you're not going to just go out there and stink it all up this year to try and be in play for Arch next year or in 27, whenever Arch chooses to declare.
27.
I've heard different rumors surrounding that, which I do think he's going to be a future Saint, but that's whatever. But if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm like, yeah, like this is a lot better, and this actually might be better. You know what? Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for fucking doing ayahuasca on your damn darkness retreat. You know? And then I also don't mind it if Will Howard is going to learn from, because at the end of the day, that man won a national championship. He didn't do it all by himself. He had a really fucking amazing defense and some great receivers, the best receiving core in the nation. But Will Howard can ball. You know, so if Will Howard sits for a year behind Kirk and then gets fired up for next year, I actually don't mind this for Pittsburgh. And it's time to finally get off of the freaking Oklahoma State Cowboy Mason Rudolph. Didn't we see enough after he got clopped in the head with a freaking helmet by Myles Garrett? We already know what Mason Rudolph is and what Mason Rudolph can be. I understand that the locker room likes him and the organization likes him. Oh, you know, he's been a career guy and like, cool, that's awesome. He's just keeping a job for showing up on time. He's not good at football. You might win 5 games, and those 5 games that you would win if you have Mason Rudolph as your starter are all won by your defense. That's TJ Watt that goes out there and do that. That's not Mason Rudolph carrying the fucking offense on his back.
He might win one of those 5.
Just to end up on SportsCenter. Just to have SVP mention him one time. That's about it.
You know why? It'll be a jump ball to DK.
Just a fucking DK's down there somewhere. Yeah. I do like Kirk Cousins going to Pittsburgh a lot more. And I'm sorry for not giving you enough credit early on.
Because you gave me shit about it.
I gave so much shit about it. I was like, that's ugly. That's not going to, you know. But picturing Kirk, you know, in a Steelers uniform, it actually seems kind of fitting. I like it better than Kirk Cochains in Atlanta. The Kirk Cochains thing kind of threw me off, and I was like, you're too pasty for Atlanta, my guy. Like, you're not Matty Ice. This isn't you. This isn't the whole Atlanta thing.
Right. 12 years ago, you would have said Matthew Ice was too pasty for Atlanta.
And I still had always said that. That whole transition from Vic to Matt Ryan thing was a weird thing for me. That was a very weird thing for me. Do-rag Penix, I'm fucking with it. It fits Atlanta. It fits Atlanta.
Does he like chicken wings?
Did you see that? Did you see that where they were interviewing him at the chicken spot?
No, I didn't. But I just know the whole with Mo Williams, like, or Mo, was it Mo Williams?
Yeah. Let's see here. One of the things that I did want us to we did talk about Miami. Really quick, what do you have going back to Miami? What do you have there? How many games do you think they play? I think the line is set.
Yeah, what's the line?
It's a plus under 6.5 is a plus 170. It's a plus 135 over 8.5. So like they're barely. So like they're saying like DraftKings is basically saying like this like in the neighborhood of a 6-7 win team. Your thoughts?
Okay, so week 1 is new. I'm not going through the schedule, but okay, here. Okay, we're gonna know right away. We're gonna know right away. You want to know why? They start with Indianapolis. Okay,
they'll beat Indy.
Their next 3 games are all division.
Go ahead. Let's do this with Miami. Let's do what we did earlier with Miami.
At the Colts.
Win.
Home against the Patriots.
Win.
At Buffalo.
Loss.
Jets. Home.
Win.
Okay, so what? How many is that right now? 3. You have them at 3-1 after 4. At Carolina.
Loss.
So that's 3-2. Home against the Chargers.
Loss.
3-3. Away at the Browns.
Win.
Still in October, okay? Away at Atlanta.
Do-rag Penix goes off.
4-4.
Loss.
Okay. Ravens, loss. So that's 4-5. Bills again at home.
Loss.
4-6. I'm not even going to tell you who they play in week 11 because you're going to 4-7, okay?
Yep.
Because it's your team. It's your team. So the
And I
bye.
think the flight kicks their ass.
Saints.
Win.
Okay, 5-7. At the Jets. You have them winning the first one, so is it a split?
Loss. Justin Fields gets it together.
Steelers.
Win.
Bengals.
Loss.
Buccaneers.
Loss.
Patriots.
Win.
Hey, you have it at 7.
Damn. Okay, so I'll go over 6.5 for them.
But that's the thing is 7 wins is still a failure for this team.
Yeah. That's
To me, this is playoffs or he's gone.
Yeah, playoffs or bust. Want to talk about the Carolina Panthers because they looked pretty damn good down the stretch last season. If you go back and you watch some of Bryce Young's later games in the season, he looked like he kind of started to figure things out, and in all honesty, really started to trust his pass catchers a lot more. More importantly, the slot guys. Thielen was successful from the slot. Jalen Coker was successful from the slot. Bryce Young found a way down the stretch to make guys relevant that we didn't anticipate on that roster to be relevant. They bring in Tet now, who I believe that they'll probably utilize as more so of an outside threat. They got Xavier Legette last year, who was baby DK, in my opinion. Still, I still think that Sanders can be a work in progress at tight end. This is a bit of a team that's never been successful at the tight end position. I mean, even when they had Ian Thomas, it didn't work out. Why they did that? That was fucking stupid. Your thoughts? Your thoughts on Carolina this season? This is interesting.
I'm not as high on a certain wide receiver as you are. Yes, to me, it's a make or break season for Xavier Legette. I wanted him to succeed last year. He burned me to the point where I'm just weary. Obviously, you got Coker, you got old man Thielen. Even if Legette had a good season, if Legette would have had a good season, even then, bringing in Tet is not a bad move for this team, personnel-wise.
You got Dave on the practice squad.
Well, you got Canellis. Here's the thing. I think, and I'm not saying they're great at running the ball, and they're not great players.
Chuba was damn good last year.
No, yeah. But what I'm saying is they're not. None of them were elite talent, but you got Chuba. You got Rico Dowdle.
Chuba finishes RB13.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you got him. And you got the money. You got him. You got Dowdle. they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit. And what I think Bryce is going to have to learn how to do better and as a team succeed on it. And it is something that Dave Canales brought over, is going to bring over from when he was at Tampa. But I don't think he was able to bring it over as much last year. But hopefully with building that line a little bit better and all that stuff, he's going to be able to do more, is the play action game. And I also think, without using those words, I also know that's kind of where you're leaning a little bit with Leggett and Tet, with Coker on the outside, or, say it's McMillan on the outside and Coker on the outside, and you have Tet or
Leggett in the slot.
In the slot, or however you want to do it. Because the other thing is, I think we're going to see some 4 tight end sets or 4 wide receiver sets. And here's why. Who's their tight end?
Fucking no one. Ja'Tavion Sanders.
Because Tommy Tremble they just announced that Tommy Tremble's not ready for opening day.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Tremble's not.
It's literally Ja'Tavion Sanders and air.
And Ja'Tavion Sanders is
raw.
He's not a pass catching tight end. Like I mean, he can be that super raw talent. I prefer him, coming off the block personally. So yeah, no, I agree with you. Give me the 4 receiver sets. I think that Thielen's obviously going to be there just because I think that Jimmy Horn gets the last slot. I'm sorry, Hunter Renfrow. I love you, but it is what it is.
There's something telling me that Hunter Renfrow ends up back in, what do you call it?
With Vegas?
Well, because think about it real quick, and then we'll go back to Carolina. You got Jacoby Myers, Jack Betch, Trey Tucker, and who?
Fucking valid.
He can try to make Carolina, but if he gets cut, he can just go back. I mean, I'm not saying it's cut, but I can see that happening more than I see him retiring.
Yeah. But I do think that Horn somehow makes this team. I think that name also fucking carries weight too, and he's been having a great camp so far. I mean, of course, you're the dad of you're the son of a legend. Your dad was a freaking Saints like legend. I mean, come on. So I'm liking this Carolina team a lot. Almost to the point to where I'm willing to smash the over 6.5 wins thing. Just, I really do think that there's something here. And I think that they're going to find themselves in unexpected games that they're going to win. Bryce Young didn't look bad. Chuba blew away everyone's expectations last year. You brought in Tet, who, given his God-given athletic abilities, is going to be a guy on the outside, because I do think they play him on the outside. Leggett's a big body. Thielen just goes out there and shows up for work and does the damn thing. So even if you put Leggett and Tet on the outside and then you throw Thielen in the slot, it works. It just all works. And then you have Horn out there as wide receiver 4. That's dangerous.
Or even 5.
God forbid they find themselves in a Hail Mary situation.
Hopefully
they got all the hype in the world.
Hopefully the DB pays attention.
Holy crap! So yeah, I like Carolina over 6.5 wins this season. Minus 125 on that. Yeah. I think Jalen Coker gets insane. Thanks for what you did last season.
Not Thielen.
I mean, Thielen has the age to where I could see, but they brought in Thielen for a reason. I think Thielen chose Carolina. The fact that Thielen was like, I think I could go here and win a Super Bowl. No, you were drunk. So, yeah. Anything else you feel like we should bring up before we get on out of here?
No, maybe not a super busy week in the football world. It'll start picking up soon. But other than that,
It's going to start picking up very, very, very soon.
next week, Scott Fishbowl, what do you call it, comes out?
Scoring.
Scoring comes out next week, and supposedly it's going to be a little bit wonky. So
Definitely something to look out for. Yankees up 5-2, bottom of the third, though. So we got time. We got time. Other than that, we greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us for another fantastic Friday night. Lots more to talk about as we get closer to the NFL season. It's just the beginning. Champions League finals pick. I don't care about. Yeah, we better beat the Yankees because not going to hear the end of that. We've also been injured lately too, so I mean, there's that. There is that. But hey, we're still number one, in the division, baby. You know, so there's that. There's that. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. Scotty Shepard, keep doing your damn thing.
dilly dilly, y'all.
Dilly dilly, y'all. Rrrr.